Sit down, shut your mouths,
and watch The Gift of Gabe. Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. What in the absolute hell just happened on AEW Dynamite? We just had a sick freaking casino gauntlet that just led us to Ospreay versus Swerve for the world title at Forbidden Door. What in the actual hell? Guys, let's get about it and everything else that went down on the show. First things first, let's just address it because I am on such a high right now. Ospreay Swerve is happening at Forbidden Door.
What?
Holy freaking balls, dude. Like, first of all, let me just say this. This casino gauntlet was top tier. The people that were all in it, we saw Lio Rush come back to AEW for the first time in, 3 years? Like, first of all, I hope that's kind of a sign that the relationship between, him and AEW is better now, because, honestly, put him in, the TNT title ladder match at Forbidden Door. Get to that later. But then, Mystico, Claudio, even Orange showed up, and then Jay White, Pac, Ospreay, dude, this was incredible. Gotta be honest, it got down to the point where I was like, ooh, Shooter, or, Lio Rush would be good if they were trying to go for New Japan options, and then if just going AEW options, the options were endless, and they went with Will Ospreay. Holy freaking shit. He pinned Orange, and I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, this is crazy. Especially because Forbidden Door is going down in Long Island, New York. I'm from Philly. I wasn't going to go to this show, because I'm like, it's alright. But now, I might have to freaking go, bro. Because, dude, this is insane. We thought this shit was going to happen at Wembley. It's happening at Forbidden Door. Now, some of you are already getting well, Tony must not believe in Swerve. It looks like his run's already over. Why would they have Ospreay literally win the championship and then do this and then blah, 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 blah. Hold on a second. If you really take a minute and think about it, I just said on my TikTok page, they're doing this because of the story they've been telling since Dynasty. Ospreay's hesitation to pull the trigger on the Tiger Driver 91, which Swerve is going to mention over the coming weeks leading to this match, and how it's inevitably going to cost him. It hasn't up to this point. He has hesitated to do it since Dynasty in matches like the first casino ladder gauntlet match and against Roddy, but he's gotten lucky and it's worked out for him, and he's gotten those wins to where he has the International Championship. What a week for him right now. But that is going to be what ends up finally getting him at Forbidden Door. It's going to be a phenomenal match, one remembered for decades to come, and he'll be like, I have to hit it. I have to hit the Tiger Driver 91. But he won't pull the trigger. Swerve will take advantage because he knows as champion, and just he's that kind of competitor, especially after everything he's done in AEW, maliciously wise and just smart. He's going to capitalize, beat Will Ospreay, be the first person ever to beat him in AEW, and retain the World Championship, thus making it so Ospreay has to worry about defending his International Championship only, but then go on chasing the AEW World Championship to where it most likely happens, him winning it at next year's All In. And the chase and the freaking championship reign from him will all be worth the wait. And in the meantime, I think this means you're getting another layup of another great match, because again, of how stacked this roster is. I think we're getting now Swerve, MJF, at All In, dude. Maybe they didn't, this is why they didn't do this shit at All In, because they didn't want Ospreay they don't want him, one, to win the championship yet, and two, they're trying to have him win at All In. And doing Swerve and MJF is just as great of an option. I'm so totally down. My mind is just blown right now. This match is going to literally be insane. So if you really think about it, what they're doing and the story they'll tell really makes sense, and you'll see why exactly what happens after Forbidden Door, because Swerve beating him, one, makes sense, period, and especially as world champion, it makes perfect sense, and it leads to great things like Ospreay's continued chase and Swerve MJF at All In the main event, which they've teased up matchup before MJF dipped, and now will probably most likely happen at the biggest show of the year. But guys, I'm so freaking hyped, dude. Swerve Ospreay is happening in just 4 weeks, bro. After that, bro, this shit is gonna be so freaking dope. The only way I'm gonna be able to describe how all are gonna be during this match is like this.
I mean, for God's sakes,
I came.
Okay, you guys, let's get into one of the guys that was involved in the Casino Gauntlet match. Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. He was pretty beat up. How did he get beat up? It's because Trent beat his ass again, but with a little twist. He ended up finally joining the Don Callis family. We expected this to happen. Like, I was kind of waiting for it. They didn't do it right away, but I was like, and Trent and Chris, like, you know, basically in cahoots. Not surprising there, but Trent is now the newest member of the Don Callis family, and that comes in handy because I think they were going to, even if Hobbs was still present, I think they were going to have Trent like join anyway, because Osprey and Fletcher are going to be leaving that group. And again, this plays into Osprey screwing up it all in, because what a big screw up, like not of a hesitation and losing out on the world title is going to make Don Callis so pissed. He's going to end up kicking his ass out of the Don Callis family, or Osprey and him are just going to butt heads, and him and Fletcher are going to leave on their own. So Trent getting put into the Don Callis family makes perfect sense. So that way you can have Takeshita and Trent, you know, and the current members of the Don Callis family, and of course Hobbs whenever he gets back. So that's a pretty loaded squad right there. But I loved the freaking shot of he actually hugged Don Callis, and they did cut out like they always do with the best friend hugs. I'm like, wow, that was a nice touch. It really was. So this probably means we're going to end up seeing Trent versus Orange one more time, maybe with some other kind of stipulation, and Trent this time will win because she'll, you know, have Don Callis by his side, you know, in his ear giving him advice and, you know, physically getting involved in the match. So which I'm looking forward to, and I think it'll be a really great way to give Trent a leg up in terms of, because he's a great competitor, but it gives him a leg up and a mouthpiece to really succeed now that he is on his own. I mean, he's got the heel heat from turning on Orange Cassidy, who's literally beloved, so already a good start. And I'm very positive about the future for Trent as, you know, the newest member of the Don Callis family. Okay, guys, so I talked about the vacant TNT Championship will be on the line in a ladder match. Qualifying matches have started already on Rampage, which is literally going on right now with Takeshita versus Penta El Zero Miedo. Takeshi's winning that. Already a great choice. I don't know how many people are going to be in this, how many qualifying matches are going to go down. Could be 4, could be 6. I don't know. But Jack Perry is also going to be in here, but it looked like he was in great fashion going to be handed the championship by the Elite, which, like I said, would have been a great way for heel heat, and like you even heard the crowd, like it was perfect. They were feeding into it after Okada totally owned their asses and said, yo, shut up, bitches, and then shed some beautiful tears after the beautiful gift from the rest of the Elite of that beautiful Lambo. We love you, Okada. We love you, Elite. We really do. So Jack Perry is already set to be in this. He might end up having a qualifying match too, but he will end up winning it. So it looks like Jack Perry and Takeshita are going to be 2 of the guys that are in this TNT title ladder match. Again, this is another match that is making Forbidden Door so freaking tight to go to, because a ladder match is always freaking great, especially in AEW for a vacant TNT Championship. You put 2 of those guys in there, and whoever else is going to be in there. Probably since it's ladder match, it'll probably be 6 guys total. But I gotta be honest, there's gonna be probably a lot of great options in this match for who could possibly win the championship. But I feel like, if I'm being honest, I think Jack Perry is going to end up winning this because of the fact of, like, they want to make the Elite all powerful and give them all the championship gold in AEW. Bucks already got the tag titles. Okada already got the Continental title. It's time to give the scapegoat, our favorite scapegoat, our favorite freaking Jungle Jack Perry, his TNT championship. So I could end up being wrong. It'll be a phenomenal match, and I'm sure it'll be harder to really say once the field is fully complete and all the great countless athletes that could win the TNT Championship are all said and done for this match. But I'm sticking with my gut. I think Jack Perry is going to be the next TNT champion. Okay, you guys, that is Dynamite. We are done. So get put in the rearview mirror. We are done. Forbidden Door is looking like it's gonna freaking try and top. The Forbidden Doors have always tried to top each other. The first one, great. Second one, phenomenal. This one, interstellar. Already just, it's wild. But we got to move on, because before that, Clash at the Castle is going down in just a few weeks. One of the matches already made official, Drew versus Priest for the World Championship. Punk's going to screw Drew again. And then possible other matches that will be added are Zayn versus Gable one last time for the Intercontinental title, which Gable will most likely win. And I'm guessing Cody versus AJ, round 2, will be set up this Friday on SmackDown for Clash at the Castle. as well. So we'll see if that actually plays out or if it will be a different challenger this Friday night on SmackDown. And we'll see how, Piper Niven and Chelsea Green try to get the upper hand on Bayley and who tries to get some more momentum as we head towards Glasgow for the Clash at the Castle PLE. Seriously, guys, you're not going to want to miss any of these shows going down. You're certainly not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. So damn sure keep on liking and definitely keep on subscribing and keep on remembering that when it comes to talking wrestling, we better to gab with than Gabe right here. Okay, you guys. Hope you enjoyed Dynamite. It was super solid, and that Casino Gauntlet was especially dope. But it's time to move on to SmackDown this Friday. So deuces, puces, and I'll see you guys after Friday night SmackDown to see who builds momentum towards Clash at the Castle.
Until then, chin up, tits out, line.
Watch the gift of Gabe.
Darling, that is my part, and now you've ruined the moment.